2019, early 21st century, and a period of constant industrialization, modernization, and globalization for Vietnam. An age that represents new, unexplored opportunities and in turn requires the best of our resources. As such, the role education plays is all the more important. It is single-handedly responsible for the construction of a new generation of Vietnamese people, pioneers who will further our social and economic development. Therefore, dedication to the education system is extremely necessary because it provides not just a professional staff, but also real human beings. So, what counts as a quality education? And how does it differ from just regular education? The call for a quality education in general is ensuring that all children, and especially not just the privileged ones, have an inclusive and equitable education that promotes lifelong learning. It is a system designed to help all children reach their full potential. After completing a certain level of education, students must have developed a minimum set of skills. To have a quality education that is just and right means it focuses on the whole child, the social, emotional, mental, physical, and cognitive development of each student regardless of their gender, race, ethnicity, and socio-economic status, or geographic location. As such, it is unarguably the most basic service that must be fulfilled for society. Every child must be in schools, and the quality of said schools must be so that students are prepared to be productive citizens.
Education plays an important role in shaping successful people. It gives us the opportunity to be productive members of society by acquiring all the necessary knowledge and skills. Even when filling out applications for jobs, the people with the highest level of education often have more doors open for them than their lesser educated counterparts. High-quality education also brings positive changes in individuals' mindsets and behaviors. People can be more aware of treating others properly, handling themselves in an assortment of situations, and take the right action on natural life. Education must be for everyone, male and female, kids and adults, because they together make a sustainably healthy and literate society. Fortunately, education systems are growing day by day, and thus, people widen their views all over the world.
We have heard from the news that there's still civil wars, discrimination, racism happening all around the world. Sometimes we wonder why they still exist in such a modern world. Why there's still a huge gap between developed and developing countries, even when we spend a lot of effort and money to fix the gap. It's all about education. Poverty, sickness, wars happen because people lack job knowledge, sympathy, and awareness. Education enables people to understand democracy, liberty, and peace. We always say that the children is the nation's future. So if they are well educated, they will make future more promising, make our world a better place to live. On a practical note, this 21st century is called technology era. More and more occupations require specialized skill and knowledge. Obviously, education is the key factor to decrease unemployment rate. Education is a foundation for everything. Therefore, a nation will not grow strong and sustainable without improving its educational system.
According to the report on out-of-school children Vietnam Country Study 2016 by Ministry of Education and Training, most of the children aged from 5 to 14 who have either never attended school or have attended school but subsequently dropped out are of secondary school age, but an encouraging sign has shown that the number have fallen significantly by the year of 2014. With the aim of highlighting the quality of education, the Sustainable Development Goals provide indicators for the literacy and numeracy of children in the final grades of primary school and students in lower secondary schools. Vietnam education system has recently received a lot of international attention after the result of two recent international studies showing that reading and math skills of the Vietnamese people aged 15 and above are higher than the international average.
So, what can we do about it? First, acknowledge and address overcrowding. Overcrowded classrooms times and times again have been shown to lessen the education quality. Policymakers can begin to solve this problem by drafting master plans like training more qualified teachers, investing in facility to create more classrooms and decrease the number of students per teacher. This process must be ongoing and maintenance will be necessary. Second, stay focused on the personal success. If schools define student success solely on their overall academic achievement, students who do not fit the mold but have other talent are more likely to be forced out. Instead, curriculum development and classroom priority should focus on each student's individuality. Third, raise the standards for teachers. Studies has found that underqualified teachers are tied to poor outcomes for students. They must clarify standards for teachers seeking licenses and raise the standard to ensure that educators are truly prepared for the jobs. And last, put classroom running in the hands of the community. Involving parents in the children's education where possible can also contribute to a student achievement. With these initial steps in mind, we can start to move together in the direction of positive change.
When it comes to education, one could say it paves the very foundation for every action we do in life. Not only does it provide the necessary knowledge to help us thrive in our respective field or career, it is capable of empowering effects by raising awareness and enabling people to expand beyond their own surroundings. The fact is, it is a right for everyone, not a privilege for a few. None should be neglected from receiving a quality education and to access a better future regardless of their origins. Let's work hard to shape an education that exceeds learning alphabets and numbers and formulas. An education that seeks what is best and rawest and purest in each of us, for each children, for the world, and for us.
Education is the foundation.